Hey everyone. Welcome back to Alpha Nutrition, your go-to source for daily videos on important health topics. Many people who are at risk of HIV infection are interested in taking PrEP but are unsure if they can purchase it over the counter. In this video, we'll explore the availability of PrEP and the different ways in which it can be obtained. Pre-exposure prophylaxis, PrEP, is a medication that is taken by people who are at high risk of contracting HIV. It is a combination of two antiretroviral drugs that work to prevent HIV from multiplying in the body, thus reducing the risk of infection. PrEP is highly effective when taken correctly, with studies showing that it can reduce the risk of HIV infection by over 90%. Firstly, it's important to note that PrEP is a prescription medication, which means that it cannot be purchased over the counter at a pharmacy. To obtain PrEP, you will need a prescription from a healthcare provider. Several different types of healthcare providers can prescribe PrEP, including primary care physicians, infectious disease specialists, and sexual health specialists. It's important to choose a provider who is knowledgeable about PrEP and can answer any questions you may have. Once you have a prescription for PrEP, you can have it filled at a pharmacy. Most major pharmacies carry PrEP, including CVS, Walgreens, and Rite Aid. It's important to note that the cost of PrEP can vary depending on your insurance coverage and the pharmacy you choose. If you don't have health insurance, there are several programs available that can help make PrEP more affordable. The PrEP Assistance Program, for example, provides financial assistance to individuals who cannot afford the medication. Another option for obtaining PrEP is through online pharmacies. Several online pharmacies specialize in HIV medications, including PrEP. However, it's important to be cautious when purchasing medications online, as many fraudulent websites sell counterfeit medications. Before purchasing PrEP online, make sure that the pharmacy is licensed and accredited and that they require a prescription. It's also a good idea to read reviews from other customers to ensure that the pharmacy is reputable. In some countries, PrEP is available without a prescription. However, this is not the case in the United States. It's important to obtain a prescription for PrEP and have it filled at a licensed pharmacy to ensure the medication's safety and effectiveness. Can you buy PrEP over the counter? One of the most common questions that people have about PrEP is whether or not it can be purchased over the counter. The answer is no, PrEP cannot be bought over the counter. In most countries, including the United States, a prescription is required to obtain PrEP. This is because PrEP is a powerful medication with potential side effects, and it requires careful monitoring to ensure that it is being taken correctly and is not causing any harm. Why can't you buy PrEP over the counter? One of the main reasons why PrEP cannot be bought over the counter is that it is a powerful medication with potential side effects. When taken incorrectly or inappropriately, PrEP can cause serious harm. For example, if someone takes PrEP but also has an undiagnosed HIV infection, the virus can become resistant to the medication and become much more difficult to treat. It's also important to consider the potential side effects and risks associated with PrEP. Common side effects of PrEP may include nausea, diarrhea, and headaches. Rare but serious side effects may include kidney damage and bone density loss. It's important for individuals taking PrEP to be regularly monitored by their healthcare provider to ensure that they are not experiencing any adverse effects. When taken as directed, PrEP can significantly reduce the risk of contracting HIV. It is typically taken daily but can also be taken as needed before after high-risk sexual activity. PrEP is not a replacement for other forms of HIV prevention, such as condoms, but can be used in combination with other strategies to provide additional protection. Another important factor to consider is the potential for drug interactions with other medications you may be taking. Before starting PrEP, it's important to discuss your current medications with a healthcare provider to ensure there are no potential interactions that could negatively impact your health. It's also important to note that while PrEP is highly effective at preventing HIV transmission, it does not protect against other sexually transmitted infections. Therefore, it's important to continue practicing safe sex by using condoms and getting regular STI testing. It's important to note that even with the availability of PrEP, there are still barriers to access for many individuals, particularly those from marginalized communities. Stigma, discrimination, and a lack of education about HIV prevention and treatment can all contribute to lower rates of PrEP uptake in certain populations. Therefore, it's important to continue advocating for increased access to PrEP and other HIV prevention measures, as well as for comprehensive education and awareness campaigns to combat stigma and discrimination around HIV. In conclusion, PrEP is a highly effective medication used to prevent HIV transmission, but it cannot be bought over the counter. A prescription is required to obtain PrEP, and it is important to be monitored by a healthcare provider when taking the medication. If you think PrEP might be right for you, talk to your doctor or nurse practitioner to learn more about the benefits and potential side effects. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more updates. And we'll see you in the next video.